Well, happy weekend to you. Thank you for hanging out with me for just a couple minutes as we stay up to date with what is happening here as we are officially making the transition into the season of summer at St. Paul's United Methodist Church. Just a couple things that I want to catch you up on that mistakenly I did not mention on Sunday morning, and I do sincerely apologize for that. If you were in worship Sunday or tuned in online, you were aware that we had lots and lots of things happening on Sunday, and we were trying to fit so many things in. And because of that, I forgot to mention two really important things that I just want you to be aware of. One is I mistakenly forgot to inform you that there was a virtual visit earlier this week with our Zoe Empowers group in Rwanda. Some of you are aware that during the month of December, we collected a very special offering, which half of that offering was sent to support those incredible children that are in the Zoe Empowers program, a very specific group that just launched last year that we are a part of helping fund this incredible empowerment group for young people in Rwanda who come together to be trained and receive entrepreneurial and leadership skills so that they may be successful, become business leaders and community leaders in their village in Rwanda. I share that because that virtual visit was recorded, and you can view that and hear from those children and hear them answer the questions and share what they are learning and what they are experiencing. If you're interested in having access to that virtual visit that was recorded and you want to watch now after the fact, please let me know. I'd love to send that to you. Incredibly powerful and meaningful things happening, and you are a part of that. You are helping support that. Second is you may have read on the news or heard or watched on television news broadcast that there was one of our sister churches a few weeks ago suffered a fire in their sanctuary. And they're unable to use their sanctuary at this time. And then just a few days after that fire, there was some vandalism in their church, and that vandalism was actually racially motivated. That there was a lot of language that was used in the vandalism that is very, very charged and very, very coded language, and it was outright despicable. It was hate speak in so many terms, and so that was happened at our brothers and sisters at St. Paul AME Church, African Methodist Episcopal Church, and so some of you are very much aware of that. I want you to know that we, as St. Paul's United Methodist Church, are standing with them. We are available to them. We were well represented whenever there was a press conference, and there were many clergy there that were standing in solidarity with them. You were represented there, so please know that. Please know that I have informed their leadership and their pastor that we stand ready to do whatever is needed when the time comes to help them rebuild and to stand in solidarity with them as they seek to rebuild their beautiful house of worship and to seek a beautiful future, which we trust God has in store for them as well. So I just wanted you to know that. Forgot to say that on Sunday, but I feel like that's very important that I want you to know that. Let's talk a little bit about things that are happening in the coming days. Of course, we're having a movie night this Sunday, 4:55 showing of The Breadwinner, which is a family-friendly movie that comes out this weekend. Please get online and go to Epic Theaters, go to the Ocala location and purchase your tickets now. A good group of us, I hope, will just come together, watch a good movie together, and perhaps you might want to stick around and we'll grab dinner afterwards at a local establishment there near the movie theater. That's this Sunday afternoon, the 31st of May. We're also moving into our new summer series. We'll begin this actual Sunday with hymns and stories or scripture passages that you all have recommended. And so we will trust that the Spirit's going to do something really beautiful with that. So within this theme, you're going to hear lots of scriptures that you might have heard before, maybe some that may be a little bit more obscure that you don't really get to hear preached from or used consistently in worship, but all together they are really, really beautiful, and they come from you. They come from us. And so we'll begin this Sunday with Psalm 145, which is a really incredible, beautiful psalm. When I first heard this psalm proclaimed in a beautiful way, it was put to song. It is a beautiful, poetic psalm. So if you want to read ahead, read the 145th Psalm, Psalm 145, as that will be our foundation for this upcoming Sunday. Next Wednesday will be our first gathering for our summer small groups. Wednesday at noon, we will have our first Bible study in the book of Hebrews. That will meet here on campus, of course, at noon. And then we'll have our first book club. Will be Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Here in the Narthex. So many of you have signed up for that already. You should have been communicated with. There's an email waiting for you if you haven't read it. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. Over the course of the summer, some of these videos on Fridays will not be quite as consistent, just by nature of what's going on around here, and whether it's Vacation Bible School or folks on vacation. So please know that we are asking you to continue to stay tuned in to your weekly newsletter that comes out on Wednesday morning, and that is also posted to all of our social media channels. That's the best place to stay in tune with what's happening currently in the life of your church. If you are not on that email, please call us in the church office at 352-694-2161 so we can get you on that email thread. All right, so you can stay plugged in to what's happening this summer. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, thank you for hanging out with me for a little over 6 minutes now. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay dry. We're going to have a wet one, the weatherman says, but we can't wait to be with you Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m., as we have a wonderful summer together.